Attention, all of my elevated content seekers. We Believe Digital is designed to inspire. Whether it's music, news, entertainment, We Believe Digital has the content that you don't want to miss. We're bringing you the best in news, entertainment, sports, inspiration, and so much more. Not only are we designed to inspire, but you can advertise with us and reach your target audience now. Got something that you believe in? Well, we believe in you, and we're offering you the opportunity to become a podcaster at We Believe Digital Studios. To become a want to know more? You can contact us at www.webelievedigital.com. And while you're at it, be sure to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Roku at We Believe Digital.
Hey, happy what's today? Wednesday. Hello there, hello there. Oh my goodness, it has been a week, a day, an hour. How are you? Listen here, let me take a breather, right? Because sometimes I don't think we do that. We have to woosah before we get into stuff, and I think as human beings, we just try to go, 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 and then kapoop. Our body is tired. You have to listen to the signs. Don't ignore them. And for me, I have been up like the last 2 weeks and haven't gotten a whole lot of sleep. But hey, hopefully tonight will be a great night and I can get more than 2 hours of sleep at a time. Welcome to our blended family. You see it. It's so adorable, right? The colors are popping. I am in Jackson, Mississippi at the studio, We Believe Digital Podcast, which is so much more than a podcast studio. It does a lot of different things. So it's more like an agency, a learning center, just all of the things, right? And it's again located right here in Jackson, Mississippi. It's been here for a couple of years, and we're hoping that it gets going, and so that we go ahead and start preparing for the one in a city in Georgia. Not really sure yet. How are y'all doing out there? Like, don't just answer. Don't just spit. Oh, I'm great. I'm doing wonderful. To God be the glory. Or I can't complain. What are the things that people say when you ask them, "How are you doing?" Most of the time, it's probably I'm okay, and you keep walking. I lost my glasses somewhere, so if y'all see me squinting, it's because I can't find my freaking glasses. These are cards of affirmation that I went to a birthday party and they gave them out in our little goodie bags, which is wonderful. I'm just going to read one to you. The only real mistake is the one from which you learn nothing. Imagine that. Whoever is trying to bring you down already. Let me move from that one. My ambition roars louder than this motherfucking doubts. Now that's a good one. Is your ambition speaking louder than your doubts? Let me think. Do 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 do. No. There are moments when, yeah, I'm wonderful. I'm praising God. I know He's good. I believe that He has His vision for me. And then there are moments that I stop dead in my tracks because of fear and the uncertainties. And then there are moments where I'm like, what the F am I doing? And why? And is this going to work? And I'm just overthinking and overwhelmed. And life is life. And as they say, especially, can I say especially? I don't know, but it feels like, especially for grown people, we've got these bills. Some of y'all have these kids. You got this boo thing that ain't acting right. And the cost of gas is going up and down, like a doggone roller coaster. I don't even know. And the weather right today was really nice. It was like 80 some degrees. And then looking out the window now, it's raining in Jackson and it's like muggy. But anyway, that's not what I came to talk about, but there it is. So let's back up, okay? I wish y'all had something. I mean, I don't know if you do or not, but we're gonna drink on my show sometimes. Sometimes we will, sometimes we won't. But we're grown over here, right? And we also have a sponsor. Hey, shout out to Stephen James Foundation with you see it. Let me see if you see it for real. Where is it? It's oh, he said other side, but it's closer to me. Oh, it looks like it's closer, but it's really not on your end because it's backwards. Anyway, shout out to no, you're good. It doesn't matter. My name is I'm cheering to my damn self because mental health is a diagnosis is no joking matter. Like the numbers are up. In the last couple of days, I've gotten at least four phone calls where people are close to me, near and dear, and they're not suffering. I don't like to use that word, but they're being challenged with the ups and downs and depression and all of the things. And I actually get it. Um, I do get it, and I want you guys to remember, please, the crisis hotline, the suicide number is 988. Please, if you need to get some help, call somebody. I know you're not going to want to tell everybody, but call somebody and say, hey, I really need you to do XYZ. Okay? Please, I want you to get some kind of support. Have a friend, a buddy, or something. If it's your significant other, if it's a parent, everybody needs somebody in this world, especially in during trying times. Man, I tell you the truth. I have so many things I want to do all at the same time. I told my pops today, I said, hey, pops, my brain is taking all this stuff in that you're doing. We're at the studio right here. We're getting ready to do some amazing things, but I don't know how to do some of them. But I will. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Because I'm not worried about that. I mean, I'll learn. I'm already up half the night anyway, right? And this podcasting and TV and radio can be so much fun if but for me, I'm like a type A person, so I want this to be just this way and I want this over here, but I'm trying to get outside of that. I'm learning. I'm in this class now, AI class. It's a lot of fun. I'll be so excited when I get it. I'm like, yeah. Took me forever to move because you think it's one, but it's really a snippet and a snippet, and then you're putting them together and laying them on top till you get it right. Right. So what I was saying was back to y'all. Shout out to those who made it to Wednesday. Hot damn. Bear with me, okay? Again, thank you to my sponsor for supporting this and other things that I do. Stephen James. I love how he's circling it. So this is fun. So JB is behind the wall. So I'm going live and I'm just talking to you guys about any and everything, right? And we're trying to figure out how this is going to work. So if you see some things that's not right, don't worry about it. You don't have to make no comments because we're going to mess up. Some of we have to figure it out so we can get better and better and better, right? Isn't that the goal? Even in your own life, you should be trying to improve. So let me ask you something. I went on Facebook dating. It's quite interesting, I must say so. And we've been talking and asking some real serious questions. And the question that came up, at a birthday party was, do you see yourself getting married? And I was like, no. Everybody was like, "What? Huh? Who said that?" Me. I don't see myself getting married. Marriage has never really been a goal for me. I grew up in a single parent home. My parents were divorced, and hey, I was okay with that, right? So I don't know. And then when I think about it, I don't know too many people that are married and happier than me. There are some people who are married and they actually like that person. That's cool. I remember last week I was at Cheesecake with my friend, and we literally walked in from the back and walked to the front to put our name on the list. And I said, "Hey, friend, do you realize how many people we passed that were sitting at a table with someone and not engaging at all?" It was a sad sight to see. I'm like, what the fuck did y'all come here together for when you're not going to talk to this person? Just a thought. I know work is work. You got to check this. You might glance at this. But the entire time, if you're not making eye contact and you're not engaging in a conversation, why don't y'all just get y'all food to go? Or how about just go by yourself? But again, hey, I'm not in a relationship, so glory be to God. I choose to be single because I like it. I like it this way. I like being at my home. I like if I want to see somebody, we can go somewhere. People can come to my house, they just can't spend the night. Um, I like being single. I like it a lot, especially this summer. I'm planning to be in all these streets. Look here. I was on, I wish I could pull it up. I can't pull it up in a minute. I was looking at something the other day. And so, listen, I know people are going to be like, Tamika is all over the place. So, for those of you who have not seen it yet, my name is Tamika Garrett. It won't always say what it says on the screen right now because, again, we're getting ramping up for everything. On here, I'm going to be known as Miss Callie. I wonder if you could think about why I chose that. Just think about it. Let me figure out how to do something on my end really quick before my battery dies. Why would I pick the name Miss Callie? Interesting, very interesting, as my auntie Vicky used to say. Very interesting. For blended families because we're all mixed up. I mean, baby, the world is mixed up. We all need other humans. My parents are super dope individually, right? And I'm so glad that they got together and had me, right? I know they're happy too because I'm telling you, I always tell my sisters that their lives would not be as exciting as it is. Hold on, you guys, because that's my alarm for my training. I'm supposed to be on a Zoom in an hour for hang time. And I'm back. Did you miss me? No, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to have fun too because y'all know I'm a serious person, but life is serious enough. But when you get one bill, I promise you, it's like I pay AT&T for my cell phone, and before I can even use the phone good, they're sending out the next month. I'll be wanting to say, "Stop it, AT&T! Stop it, bills! It's coming, it's coming, it's coming." What should I talk about now? Oh, let's go back to the questions with dating. Dating can be so exciting. You know what I mean? It could be, oh, the butterflies and all the things, but you have to be ready for that. And I thought I was ready. I mean, 2.5, just over 2 years of self observations, right? And healing. And then almost 3 years of celibacy because sex is easy for me. Don't tell my dad. Y'all gonna tell him anyway because you're too much. You think it's like y'all tell my dad stuff like I'm in high school. My daddy know his kids. He know we anyway. Three so yeah, 3 years. Sex is easy though. You got sex with whomever, whenever. Hopefully it's with your partner, not somebody else's. But I mean, unless you're into open relationships, then holla at me. No, I'm just kidding. Sorta. You just have to know that when you're intimate with somebody, they have different feelings. I don't care what you say. You can say, I've tried it. I've told a lady, hey, we're just having a good time. We're going to hang out, whatever the case. But you do your thing. When we spend time together, we enjoy that time. But because I was nice, I was available. I really liked her as a person, but she got into her head that we were together. I don't know about y'all, but the LGBT, we used to move. Well, I don't move that fast anymore, but they move quick. They always talk about the U-Haul truck. Listen, your behaviors speak louder than what you're saying sometimes. So just, make sure people are hearing what you're saying as well. And it's even if it's different than your behaviors, right? Just thinking life is really kicking my ass right now. Can you tell? Can you tell it's me and Marilyn? Hopefully Latin stays with her ass where she is, because that's the one that used to get me in a whole lot of trouble. Good times, but I never want to see her again. I'm serious. So I'm talking about it, and it's not all fun and games because it's really hard. It's hard for the person who has the diagnosis, whether it's anxiety, depression, PTSD, schizophrenia, bipolar, all of the things. It's hard on that person, but it's also challenging for the people who love them. Their family members, someone that they may be in a relationship with. Some people just can't handle it. My last girlfriend, she couldn't handle it at first. Like, she was like, Mika, you were just fine a minute ago. That's how it can work that way. But so can an accident. I'm thinking, Yoli, look, one moment you could be driving down the street, and the next moment you could get hit by a car. So you never know. But she did her best. And I will tell you this, as a peer-to-peer, and I work with NAMI a lot, which is the National Alliance for Mental Illness. They have so many programs, so many services, so many free tools and resources to help you, the person with the diagnosis, and or a loved one. There's group therapy. Like even today, my dad said, do you need to go do something? Like, do you need to go do a therapy session or group? Do you need to talk to somebody? I was so proud of my pops. I was like, no, I'm okay. But I do need to get out of here because it was like my brain I was trying to get everything done. I had my paper, my pen. I'm ready to get to work. Let's go. Let's get this money. Let's make a difference. And then I was so excited. He was showing me things on the computer and I could feel my body starting to shake. And I was like, whoa, relax, Tanika. Just relax. It's going to be okay. This is going to pass. And it didn't. And Pops is excited too, because he was like, okay, now when you go to this site, you do whoop, 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 you go to Twitch. I'm like, okay, Pops. When he left, I said, oh shit, Houston, we've got a problem. And we'll be right back. That would be break time.
SocratesGarrettENT.com is a diversified firm specializing in recycled aggregates and crushed concrete. SocratesGarrettENT.com's recycled materials provide the construction industry with significant economic and environmental benefits by recycling clean concrete rubble into MDOT grade rock materials. Recycled aggregates and crushed concrete can be applied to driveways, road construction, bank protection, parking lots, general bulk fills, and more. By using SocratesGarrettENT.com's crushed concrete products, anyone from homeowners to general contractors can help reduce landfilled concrete waste, conserve natural resources, and gain significant economic savings on materials and disposal costs. For more information, please call 601-896-0084 or visit us online at SocratesGarrettENT.com.
Great day to be working with the We Believe Digital Network. Oh, hey, what's going on? How you doing? I wasn't expecting you to be here yet, but since you're here, hey, welcome to the We Believe Digital Network, where we make your dreams come true. We have a podcast station and a radio station that I'm about to show you. Come on inside. Okay, so now that you're inside, let me take you into the room where we make all the magic happen, right here in the We Believe Digital podcast and radio station studio itself. All right, then, y'all ready? Let's go. Hey, welcome to the behind the scenes room of the We Believe Digital podcast, where all the podcast and engineering happens when we make all the magic happen. I am your engineer, head engineer, JB. How you doing? Hope all is well. Currently right now at the We Believe Digital Network, we have a deal going on for $99 an hour studio sessions. So don't miss out on this opportunity. Let us know if you want it. And reach out to your team and we'll build your dream. Have a good one. Oh, come on in. Hey, welcome to the behind the scenes of the We Believe Digital radio station, where everything We Believe Digital radio takes place. I am currently mixing and mastering a playlist for the radio station. Speaking of that, if you have any suggestions or even your own songs or podcasts or talk shows that you might want to be featured right here on the radio station, you can email us at webelieveplatforms@gmail.com. Hey, feel like your voice needs to be heard? Ever wanted to be on your own podcast or even be a part of one? Guess what? You now can right here at the We Believe Digital Network, but we'll make it happen. You can catch us at this email, at this location, and this phone number.
I like that commercial. That's really good. See how much we can learn from these young ones? Oh, I said young ones, not the other thing y'all be calling them. Please, I wish we'd stop it. Even though I get it, but still, it's not cool. Anyway, listen, what was I talking about? So I was talking about Yoli and people not, understanding and then trying to, and it's hard. It is rough. And so what I will say is this, and then I'll ask JB to come over and, he'll have some insight. For those of you with the diagnosis, we gonna cheer again. Because it's hard. It's very difficult. And it's even more so when you're not acknowledging it. When you're like, that's just how Betty is, or that's how Sally is, girl. Well, there's a reason for that. And you should find out. The sooner you get some help, the better it is. You can thrive in spite of any diagnosis, right? But you have to, this is what I do. You don't have to do anything, but I suggest you get some professional help, not just the church now, right? Or the auntie down the street who took a counseling one session from a junior college. No, get some professional help, or from a doctor you're not really sure she's a doctor. Anyway, some of y'all will catch it and some of you won't. There are some dynamic therapists in Jackson. I've used some of them. Well, Dr. Nanetta Payne was one of them. She's amazing. Just look her up, Nanetta Payne in Jackson, Mississippi. And you have to really want to be here, really want to be better, really believe and have faith that you can thrive in spite of, right? So get your medicine, go see your doctors. My doctor is encouraging me. I've never been this size in my life, and this is very heavyweight. I don't care if he's like, girl, you look good. No, it doesn't matter what you think, that's cool or whatever. But me, I know that I don't want to be this size. So I need to stop. I can hear Pops now talking about, well, then push back from the table. Y'all don't know how my father talks to us. Boy, he says the craziest, funniest stuff. But he's right. If you can't talk about just losing weight and still be eating all the foolishness, right? So I actually cleaned out my refrigerator before I left to come here, because July 1st, I want Latasha, y'all know Latasha, the juice lady, who is a whole person healthy, to prepare meals for me, to give me some meals. And then so I've already started walking every day. That's how you're healthy. You change your eating habits. You move, you get to moving, which for me is going to be walking, and I'm going swimming. I know how to swim. I'm just taking lessons to be a stronger swimmer this summer. I have golf lessons in Atlanta. Ooh, last year it was rough because it was at 5:30 on Mondays. Baby, do y'all know how hot it was last summer? I was about to pass out. So this time I went in the morning. I told y'all my thoughts, my little beautiful brain is all over. It's like You just never know what people are going through. So let me get JB to come on here and we could talk about some things. But I want you guys to have an understanding that everybody is not okay. They're just not. You should watch the body language maybe and the behaviors because you could kind of pick up on certain things, but everyone's not okay. And sometimes you don't have to say anything. Your presence speaks so freaking loud. Sometimes I would have my ex-girlfriends just sit in the room with me. Just, I don't need you to say anything. Just sit there for a minute. Because then I guess I felt a sense of peace and normalcy, and I could just breathe. I could just woo, sigh. That makes a difference. I'm praying that. I know I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say this, that I drink a little bit tonight, maybe a little bit too much, so I could just pass out, because then I can get some sleep. I'm not encouraging you to do that. Do not do this. But it's gonna have to work for me tonight. And then tomorrow I'm gonna be even more dangerous because I will be well rested. And on that note, come on, JB, join me on the other side of the wall.
I'd be glad to. I'd be glad to.
What's going? First of all, introduce yourself because they might not know who you are.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm JB. I engineer here. I also run marketing, advertisements, things of that nature, radio station and all. But for y'all that know me from JB and CB's Adventures, it's JB. How you doing? Or from chilling with JB just on social media. And so, that's me. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's well. God bless. I told y'all might be seeing me on other people's podcasts.
That's right.
I told y'all this, but I really like what you said. I really did. When you was talking about the people and the comfort, one thing I will say about that is what she was a little bit more elaborate on. It is nice when you can be in a room with somebody and y'all don't even have to speak, but y'all can just enjoy each other's time. Like when you can really enjoy the presence of that person. Because sometimes you don't always need someone to find solutions for you or just talk to you. Sometimes you just want somebody to listen, or you just want somebody to be there for you. Because a lot of times people haven't actually been there for you or they up and leave. So to have somebody actually there, stationary, to be a part of that foundation with you is always a great thing. And that's a big thing to be in a relationship, because if you can't stand to be around a person, like she said, walking through the cheesecake place, you sit there and you ain't talking or you're not engaging in this and that. But you also looking like you miserable and this and that. What's the point of you being there? And you don't like that person for real. You just sticking around because
they
whatever
pay bills.
your reason might be. They could be paying bills.
Mm-hmm.
They could just be, you using them for their body, whatever it might be. But a lot of times, though, you got to ask yourself, when you are miserable, when you are in that place, why am I this way? Because a lot of times it don't just be the person. You got to sometimes look back at yourself and be like, oh, I'm doing this to myself. Mm-hmm. So that's really a big thing. As far as mental health go, I lived most of my life dealing with somebody who had mental health, and I've had family members and other people who have had really bad mental health issues. And so what I will say is, like she said, there is no time or place of when it happens. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute the person could be happy, the next minute they have an episode. 1 minute the person could be, boom, lollygagging, this and that, and this, they screaming at you. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute they could be feeling sad, the next minute they happy. 1 minute, their emotions in their mind is constantly spiraling and moving, and I've seen it. I've seen it, like quite literally seen it. And then not to mention another thing is when you have those illnesses or you have those issues going on, when you drink or when you smoke or when you get intoxicated, it heightens that. And I've seen it. I've watched it happen with people very close to me. You can literally catch, a lot of times, when they're in that state, that person doesn't realize, even when you tell them what they did or you tell them how it went down, they don't realize. So you got to really be patient with the person. You got to really, here's one thing that I learned, and even though I know sometimes I'm not always all the way right. One thing I've learned is somebody out of the situation has to be sane. Somebody out of the situation has to take control. If you sitting here dealing with a person like that, but you decide to come at them or attack them or be emotional back with them, you're not gonna get no results. You're not gonna get no. You're just gonna create more chaos in the situation. You're gonna make it worse for them, and you're gonna make it worse for yourself. So to save yourself a lot of hurt, a lot of times, you gotta be patient with that person. You gotta love that person. You gotta know how to navigate, understand their patterns, understand that, hey, okay, this is how it is, but okay, you don't say this is how it is and leave them be though. Like that be the issue. People be like, oh, this is how it is, that's just how the person is, and you don't ever try to help the person. Personally, me, no matter how it go, I'm always pray. One thing I will say is she's right. You can't always just go to the people of the church. But one thing I will say is you find comfort in God, you find Jesus, he will get you up out of that. He will help you during them times. But like she said, professional help. Professional help is really good. Honestly, even though sometimes in my case, I'm gonna be honest, because I talked to y'all about it in my last episode on JBC's Adventures. My mom, when she was going to therapy, it helped. She was doing really good. The only thing about my mama is, and I don't know if anybody else knows people like this, my mama, the only thing about her is when one bad thing happens, she resets. And so that's what will always get me about her. It's like you doing so good for so long, and then boom, one bad thing happened and you back to ground zero. And so I have to be really patient with my mama, y'all. I really do. And I have to be the one to talk to her, like, and I thank God because he built me for this moment. Because I have to be the one to talk to her when she goes through those episodes. My mom was going to do something very chaotic the other week. And I had to talk her out of that because I had to tell her, like, hey, mama, I love you. And I don't want nothing to happen to you. You go out here and do this, I can't save you. You go out here and do this, they going to send you to a psych ward. They're not going to send you to some regular place because you about to go do something that's a crime at that, basically. All because right now your emotions are spiraling, your mind is going crazy. And I tell her all the time, you are valid for how you feel. You are valid for what's going on. I will never neglect what you have going on. Because my mom also has depression, anxiety, and multiple disorders and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I tell her all the time, I don't neglect that. But I see better in you and I want better for you. And I know that's why she called me. I ain't gonna lie, my mama's told me that. That's exactly why she called me. Anytime my mama feel like she about to do something, like she about to spiral, she called her son.
She needs some. I'm telling you,
she needs somebody to talk to her. But it's no joke, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all look after y'all people. Y'all make sure y'all check in with y'all people. And even if you don't think that what you're saying matters, a lot of times you can really save that person from making a decision that would make things worse for themselves.
Right. Check in your people. Check in with them. And so speaking of checking in, we'll get not so heavy.
No.
My family is planning this family reunion.
Oh, mine's got one coming up too.
Right, in Memphis. And family reunions, I've done them and they are no joke. So I just want to ask you guys, and it seems like as we move on in life, people are having less and less family reunions, like they're having less gatherings with their family. And I want to encourage you, spend time with your loved ones because you just never know when they're not going to be here or you're not going to be available, right? Maybe they live in a different state. I don't know. But I know that I'm going to visit my children. See, this show is about blended families. So we have a lot of stuff going on in my family. When we love each other, we don't say that's my step brother or my half, because really, how could you be half or something? But anyway, so I'm going to Vegas to see my son, and then that's my biological child that I actually gave birth to. Good God Almighty. I'm going to see him. And then I'm going to see my daughter. Somebody told me the other day, well, she's not really related to you. And I was like, she doesn't share my blood because I dated her mother and it's her mother's biological child, but I'm her other mother is what she calls me. Yeah. And so I think that when people say that's their kids because who around here claiming people's kids? But anyway, just to give you guys the show is about, and I thank you guys for sharing. I thank you for watching. I thank you for supporting in the episodes to come and the events to come. And we've got some exciting things. Glory be to God. I'm very excited. And that's one of the reasons why I'm having these things, because I believe that with the right team here, we're going to be able to make a positive impact and so many lives in the state of Mississippi and beyond. So we want to make mistakes on our shows. It's not going to be a cookie cutter thing. We want to have fun. Excuse me. We want to turn around and teach some other people how to do journalism, how to do podcasting, how to do all the things that you do behind. Because in reality, you're going to need more than one income to make it. Like now you need more, and definitely in the future.
You got to be your own boss in order to make it in this economy.
Yeah, you're going to have to. And, so we want to be able to, we're working on it now to be able to teach people here, and for the people that work at this establishment, that you that are younger, that you're learning from me, the more seasoned, and I'm learning from you. And in that way, we can help each other to soar and help everybody else. Right. And I like the fact that we don't have a staff. So there's not a whole bunch of people. So just so you guys know, it's JB few of us.
One man.
Right. The him. Okay. And I'm gonna pop in and out. Yeah. But we're designed to need people in life. We need to have people that can help us, especially. So when you were talking about the Bible and church, that's the only way I am still standing, or right now sitting, being able to talk to you. Because when I tell you, I have been holding on to my Bible. When I wake up in the morning, I do my meditation. I listen to Pastor Kills on her Facebook. And right after she comes on, there's this young lady named, I think her name is Lauren Hall, but she's a street poet. She knows that Bible, both of them do, but they have totally different styles. So one is the more, well, you just watch them for yourself and you'll see.
You got the pastor and you got the street ministry.
Yeah, and so I like her because she talk about hood stuff, and I like hood stuff, right? So she and I want to learn the word, and I cannot, nor do I want to learn it one way. So I listen to the people that I trust. I listen to them, and it's delivered in a different way. And they talk about it where it's related to the times of today. So I can get the characters in the Bible, and I can depend on God. Mm-hmm. And then I have a spiritual advisor. Shout out to Dr. Felix Anderson and First Lady at Believe Big Again International. I have to have these things. I talk to God all throughout the day, and I take moments with him. When I tell you, I work on my different ways to protect my peace. Yeah. Do you?
All the time.
What do you do?
All the time. So I don't know about, I'm a nature guy. So I love being by water, rivers, waterfalls, parks, long walks in the woods, stuff like I nice. Do that. I'm really a big nature guy, and I have to breathe. So what I've learned is because my mind, I have very severe migraines, and on top of that, my mind gets overwhelmed and my head get hot. I really pass out, or I start to like.
Do you see those white dots?
Become chaotic. I actually see black clouds surge across my face before it happens.
Oh wow.
That's kind of how it works for me. But nature, I'm a big nature guy. I also write music, so I'm writing down poems or music of how, like, what happened or what I got going.
Right.
I got different things, I make music or I do videos. But these are my peace outlets. These are things that I love to do that'll bring me peace. Sometimes I just I might be in the middle of the studio doing something, but if my head get too loud, I have to breathe. I have to go outside and breathe real quick, get myself together. Because breathing is very essential. See, sometimes we take that for granted, but God gave us life and breath to breathe.
Yes.
And sometimes we take advantage of the life and the breath that He has given us. So that's why I tell people all the time, I'm always blessed. Even if I had a bad day, I'm always blessed. That's right. Because I'm still here. I'm still going. I'm still pulling through. And even when I'm frustrated, even when I think nothing's working, I still hold on to that faith and keep on holding on to what He has in store for me. Because at the end of the day, hey, you read the Bible, you read the same Bible I read, every single last one of His chosen ones. Well, first off, they were broken. Second of all, they had to go through hell and back several times before they got to where they got. But the thing is, the storm shall pass at all times. The storm never lasts.
Even though it feels like it's just following you around sometimes. It's like, oh my God, can I catch a break, please? But just know to hang on. And in those moments, you have to be careful to what you're listening to. what you're taking in your psyche, because
Everything
it's like
affects your
sometimes
spirit.
it's like, right, it's like two different things here. So I'll use myself for an example. Tamika, you're not going to make it. That is not going to work, girl. That event is going to fail. Yes, you can make it if you pray and you study, and God's got you. You have to step out on faith and go. Then you've got this other thing, everything will be going fine. And then you will have this voice that this side is always negative,
Yeah.
always
Angel
nothing.
and the angel and the
Exactly. I
devil.
was
That's
hoping they would get it. But, I listened to this girl the other day, and she was telling her daughter, that's not going to work because all the reasons why would not one solution. So sometimes you just got to be careful, and as humans sometimes maybe we can go with the positive first and then say, have you thought about XYZ? Because even my cub says, this is from a conference I did years ago, what if it does work?
what
What
you
if
had to
God
lose.
chose you? He gave the assignment to you because he knows if you take the first steps, he'll carry you the rest of the way.
And carry him through everything you do. That's another thing. You gotta be able to carry him with everything you do, because
He's such a jealous
you
God
sit
too.
here and a lot of people, they get that reward, or they get to that end goal, and then eventually they forget, or they stop giving God the credit. But you see, that's where you mess up at. You do that, that's when he breaks you down. Then you gonna have that moment in your life where you're like, dang, I lost it all just like that. But then you gotta remember, what was the moment, the chain reaction, the main part of when it started to all go downhill. When you stop giving him the credit, you stop letting him lead your life. So that's a big thing in protecting your peace, by the way. I want people to know that I'm a firm, and like I said, I know it's not for everybody, but I'll say me personally, it's helped me time and time again, constantly telling myself, mind of the spirit, not of the flesh, mind of the spirit, not of the flesh. I know God got it. Everything gonna be all right. And the crazy part is, it's not just about saying, but you gotta really believe that.
Right.
Because to be real with you, I can say right now, God has given me a calmness and a happiness and a peace that I never ever want to lose, or I never ever want to take for granted. So I cherish it every day. Not a lot of things provoke my spirit like they used to. But like she said, you have to protect your spirit, because what you listening to, what you take into your body, who you let touch you, who you let pray over you, all that, you gotta watch out. You can't let everybody pray over you. You can't
Oh
let
my
everybody
gosh, no.
touch you. You can't listen to just anything and everything. You can't just keep staying in those old situations in that same environment and expect change. You have to change your environment. You have to do better for yourself. You have to want better for yourself. And you have to honestly, truly believe in the path and the purpose that he has for you, because he has a purpose for you. But the question is, are you going to lean away from that purpose, or you going to go full in towards it even when things not working?
Right.
How
Even
are
when
you
your
going?
legs are
That
shaking. Like,
part.
I'm nervous about the things that I'm trying to do right now. I am an instructor. I teach CPR and first aid and all these things. And besides that, I have some really big things. And I know that only God gave me this
Mhm.
next assignment. And I'm just like, how the heck am I supposed to pull this off? But I'm going to.
That's a big one.
I
See, she said
know.
I, but it's we. See,
That's true.
that's the big thing.
No, that's
See, that's
true.
another thing. What I realized was, when I stopped saying how I was gonna do this, and I started saying how we were gonna
Oh,
do
that's a
this,
done
and I
deal.
started saying, "Oh God, I invite you into every situation, in every conversation." That's when, because it's a partnership. Like she said, she talked to him all day because you have to.
Mhm.
What a lot of people don't realize is, and that's because a lot of y'all can't even keep your own relationships. But that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is, you have to be consistent with God. You can't just pick and choose when you want to pick up the phone with God. You can't just block God whenever you feel like it and then come back. He gonna always be here for you,
I know
but
he get
but
tired
but
of
I
us.
know he get tired, and he
Right.
definitely get jealous.
Yeah.
So he gonna make you hit your, you know what I'm saying? He gonna make you hit your
Right. I
tail on
know
the
he's
ground
gonna. I
hard.
know he gets tired of us.
For real.
Imagine. All right. Well, hey, I've got to get out of here, and I'm just really excited. You guys, please tune in. We're gonna give you guys. We're working on the schedule, when we're gonna be on air, what time, all of the things, how you guys can support. I'm looking for a co-host, not just one, but a couple of them. You could be anywhere in the world, because if you can't come to this studio or the one coming in Georgia, you can.
I
What do
look
you guys?
forward to
What is
seeing
it?
that one.
stream it in when they're not here? What do you call it?
If you're currently in another state or somewhere else, we can actually send you an invite link, and you can come in through Zoom or through Mix or whatever camera you choose to use. I think it's Zoom and maybe like Google something.
Okay, and it's like magic because hold on, keep talking to them really quick. Let me see what Pop wants.
And so you'll come in and you'll pop up on the screen right next. You might have seen it on shows like Live from the Pen, or you might have seen it, even here on this show. So we can add you as a placeholder. So if you would like to come right here on the network and, of course, be on her show, like she said, or, just want to collaborate, we can do that. We can send you a link. You don't have to technically come to the studio right here in Jackson. Yeah, guys, make sure that y'all are constantly staying tuned into the podcast and into, Four Families, IV Family, Blended Family. And make sure that you're constantly staying into the We Believe Digital Network, coming in and tuning in at all times. We appreciate every view, every support, every like, everything that y'all do as well. We appreciate y'all. I want y'all to know that all our viewers and all our followers, it's been great. I am truly honored and grateful to be right here on this show with Miss Tamika and be able to give some insight with some insight to y'all. And look at me stuttering on my words, For the people that don't know, JB actually used to have a speech impediment. Well, still does have a speech impediment. I stuttered a lot when growing up. So, but yeah, we enjoy having y'all, and it's an honor to be on the show right now.
So we want to thank our sponsor again, and if you too would like to be a sponsor, a supporter, make a donations or whatever, is it? Hey ho! So it is 404. That's my phone number. 915-8626. Please don't call me about no foolishness, but that is my phone number. 404-915-8626. We are looking for content creators. We need advertise. If you're running, because I see that the signs all over Jackson, we are starting to do interviews now so you guys can get to know the candidates. I'm just excited. And so sometimes when you have anxiety, for myself, it's not, some people think, oh my God, it's not all bad. It could be some wonderful, great things. And I'm so excited what God is doing for my life and that he chose me. I just have to continue to step back and to breathe. And when you have a therapist or a counselor, go and see them even when you're feeling good. Because sometimes we feel great and we're like, girl, I ain't going to that appointment. No, ma'am, or no, sir. Don't go to your appointment regardless of how you feel, because just like that, the tables could be turned. My name is Tamika Garrett in real life, and Miss Callie on this particular show. This is
JB, y'all. Once again, it's always a pleasure. God bless.
See you guys next time, okay? He's going to go over there and maybe throw a commercial in there. I don't know. We're still working out everything. This was kind of cool, though. Have a good one. I'm in Jackson this weekend. Y'all want to, hang out or something? I'm here.
There you go.
Okay. Good. Oh yeah, it's like.
Ooh.